Hi everyone, this is Ramona coming back at you, and this is Garcinia Cambogia Files. Okay, so right off the bat, let's get started. So I want to, right away, it's been a week. Let me give you an idea of where my diet stands. It was a little shaky because, number one, I didn't have my measuring tape, which I just received a few days ago. And so you're not going to get any, you will get my first initial measurements from me, but you won't see a decrease because from last week until now I couldn't do my measurements, so that's going to be different. The good news is that last week, which I don't want to make it, for the sake of this documentary, I'm going to weigh myself for you guys to know weight-wise what's going on, because they do say that with Garcinia Cambogia, look for your inches. That's why it's important that you have a measuring tape, okay? That's where, because there's going to be some weeks that you don't see the difference in the scale, but you might be shrinking, you might be getting really smaller, and you don't want to get discouraged because the scale's not going down. You really have to just go by your measuring tape or the way that your clothes fit. So, okay. So let me just start with my measurements, okay? So, number one, last week I started at 312 pounds. And this week I'm 308 pounds. Okay? So, 4 pounds. I lost 4 pounds. Yay! Okay. And then for I'm reading off the screen here. I'm going to tell you my measurements. Okay, so for around my waist it's 66 and a quarter inches. Of my upper waist is 45 and a half inches. My left thigh, 35 and a half inches. My right thigh, 35 and a half inches. My left calf is 18 and a half, and my right calf is 18 and 3/4. My upper right arm, 17 and a half. Upper right arm, 17 and a half. So, and then it says on here 312 pounds. Okay, so that's what I started off last week. So again, let me get you back here. So there you are. So again, I can't tell you my differences right now with the inches. What I also want to let you know, let's see, let's start. So this is also called the ketogenic diet, and to be honest with you, before I started the Garcinia Cambogia, okay, I was eating pretty good with the ketogenic diet. I was sticking with the foods, but then all of a sudden I started, eating bread, which I have intolerance, and so that, and my reaction after eating that is getting really bloated because I have water retention issues, and a major factor of me getting really bloated is eating anything that has flour in it. I can't eat whole wheat, anything, not bread, not pasta, not anything. I can't eat that, chips, what have you, because like we eat corn chips and stuff like that. So, and it's really hard for me because I have children, and I don't like to tell them, oh no, you can't have this because I can't have it. So I have to have it in the house, and it is very hard for me it's going to be really, really hard for me to tell myself, no, I really have to put it in my head that this stuff is poison for me. I have to let myself, this is poison, this is poison, this is poison for me. I can't have all that pasta. Okay, so I'm going to have to work with that. But that was like with cigarette smoking, wasn't it? I don't know if you guys out there smoke or anything, or any of you quit smoking like I did. But it's kind of like, you know that these cigarettes are making you really sick. It's just you got to find that one thing, that one little moment where it's like, this is making me really sick, and I need to stop. So I have to get to that point. Okay, so those are my measurements. Also, my food. So the food that I was eating, which I was getting at, sorry. So the food that I've been eating, breading, just regular diet stuff, and I actually had some, like a donut and some other stuff. This is, like I said, this is going to take some time for me to adjust to a new lifestyle. Okay, so I'm not coming down hard on myself, because I have managed to stick with what I'm supposed to be sticking with. Because organization is another issue that I have, which is, I have issues taking my pills when I'm supposed to be taking them. Drinking all the water that I'm supposed to be drinking, because that's a lot of water. 3 to 4 liters of water each day is a lot of water. So yeah, I have to be constant with that. And the other thing is, okay, so the Garcinia Cambogia, the water. There was like a third thing that I was doing that I was like really proud of myself doing. Oh my goodness, I don't remember. Okay, but maybe obeying my timer, you know what I mean? So I was just really, really proud of myself that I'm sticking with those things. These are habit-forming ways of life that I'm trying to establish for myself right now. So really proud of myself that I'm doing that. I actually lost 4 pounds. I don't get too excited about the first initial pounds that I've lost, because basically I feel like it's water weight, and I've been there, done that, where I've lost a good chunk of poundage, and then I put it back on. Why? Because I haven't changed my way of living. I haven't changed my way of eating. So again, I'm learning to put in the foundation first. You can't build a building on air. You have to put on the bedrock, the foundation, right? So that's what I'm trying to build for myself. So I'm learning how to, and this is what you guys need to do. You need to take your pills, your Garcinia Cambogia, 1 hour before you eat, okay? And you need to drink that with lots and lots of water. Depending on what your size is, you should be drinking between 3 or 4 liters of water or more. Listen to your body, because sometimes I'm just like, okay, so the 3 is fine for me, but there are times when I'm just like, I'm so dehydrated, I need that 4. So you want to look for the shrinking. I also have been taking my multivitamin every day. This is a big deal for me, people. So you're like, what's so great about that? Big deal for me, because yeah. So the way that I am doing that, trying to be really organized with doing those things for myself, is I bought a pill organizer, and I put all my Garcinia Cambogia pills for 3 of them on 3 morning, afternoon, and evening. And the first in the morning, I also put a multivitamin in there, and then in the evening, I put my water pill in there, because I have issues with water retention, like as I already stated. So I have to have those pills. So I'm really proud of myself, because at the end of the week, I picked up my pill my pill organizer, and I'm like, oh my god, I did it! I was just really excited about myself, because you know what? At least 3 days out of those, I would have 3 or 4 times I would have missed a lot. So the other thing that helps me out is a timer. I had set my phone. Here's my phone here. I set my phone to 10 minutes before the time that I'm supposed to be taking my pills. So that actually helps. And the fact that you have to obey your timer. You have to obey whatever you're doing, drop what you're doing, go take your pill. because, you know, within one, especially for me, lunchtime is like, oh my God, I can't wait. I will not wait. I don't care if I had a big breakfast or not, okay? I can't wait. So you guys, you know, 1 hour, set your time. So my time is between, it's like about 6 o'clock in the morning, 12, and 5 o'clock at night. And that's 1 hour before I eat. And then, you know, then I manage to do that. And that has worked for me, because it will not work for you if you take your pills while you're eating. You pop your pill and then no, because you have to allow the pills the Garcinia Cambogia to fully enter your body completely, so it'll put those repellents up there to stop the fat from forming. Okay, so let me see. I think that I covered everything. So now I wanted to do you want more portions. So you guys can stop right now if you only wanted to see the shrinkage, see how much weight I was losing, stuff like that. But if you want a little bit more, stay tuned. Okay, here we go. I just wanted to give you, so I basically already started. I was telling you about the how I'm being organized with how important it is to be on schedule. It's very, very important to be on schedule with this. An organized woman or man is a person who's going to be successful at weight loss, okay? Because who I kind of still am, but am moving to try to change that, is that I'm that person who beats that, you know, I get it done before the deadline. It will get done before the deadline. It never fails. I never get anything past the deadline, okay? So I get things done when they're supposed to be getting done, but that could mean me like scrambling to do everything on the last day. Like that's, but it will get done. And I know fully with this program, this diet program, I'm taking Garcinia Cambogia 1 hour before you eat. That's not gonna help, okay? I can't just take 3 pills at the end of the day. Not gonna happen. So this is a major thing for me to, you know. Now, mind you, I've gotten this big, okay? So obviously, what I used to be doing is not what was working. It might not be working for you either. So you know, these are things that you have to really stop and think about. Like, okay, so maybe this is something that I really need to do. I need to establish, not just wing it. Don't just wing it. You have to establish a time where you're supposed to take your pills. You have to pre-plan your meals, okay, so what you're supposed to have. If you're on a 1,500 calorie, even if you are on an 1,800 calorie diet, you should be having 600 calorie meals. Yes, that's a lot of, you're like, oh my God, that's a lot of calories, but it's not. The other thing that you need to know is that and some people, you know, people are smart these days. They're really in the know about how to diet. It's just about putting it into usage in a way that you're supposed to diet, okay? But for those of you who don't know, you know, if you starve your body, you need to have at least 1,500 calories in your body. If you're, I'm sorry, it actually is different for a man. You have to actually up the calories. Yes, ladies, you know, our bodies are different. Men and women's bodies are different. They actually burn more calories. It is true. So, alright, so for a man it'll be a little bit more, but I know for at least women you need to have at least 1,500 calories in order for your body to be healthy and work, to have the energy for it to get up out of that bed and get in the shower and walk around, go to work, clean the house, run your errands. You need to have you need to have at least 1,500 calories in your body. If you do not, then that will set your body into a starvation mode. What happens in starvation mode? Your body will go on lockdown, whatever calories you do feed it. So if you don't eat all day, okay, say if you missed your breakfast and you eat a late lunch, your body is going to hold on whatever fat it can, whatever carbs, fat it can get in it, sugar it can get from the food that you just fed it. It will hold it and it will lock it in there. Why? Because your body is smart enough to know that we need reserves. We need to hold on to this energy, this fuel, and we need to release it very slowly. That means that you're going to hold on fat on your body and also water on your body. So that, again, if you're not drinking enough water, your body will hold that water in, which means bloating. Okay, so don't skip your meals. You should have at least 500 in the morning. Don't starve yourself. 500 in the morning, 500 at 1 o'clock, okay? And then 500 at night. That's 1,500 calories. And you know what? That's not a lot of calories. It really isn't. And you also have to really focus in on your fat and try to, it depends on what diet you guys plan on doing, but I'm doing keto. That means very, very low carbs on so I want to minimize the vegetables that I intake and really focus on the fats that I take in, and everything has to be whole. That means you can only have nothing processed. Just think about it. If you feel that it's processed, don't eat it. Don't eat anything that's light. Just drink the real stuff. Like, I'm serious. Like, instead of putting milk in your coffee, you would want to put like a dollop of cream. Okay? Yeah. If you're going to if your percentage of salad is going to be for a lunch, and you want to season it up, do not put regular salad dressing on there, because there's so many carbs in there, and there's so much sugar and so much sodium and everything that you don't want in that salad dressing. Try to put maybe fluff it in some coconut oil, or just, what I really love is, and I would do this whether I was on a diet or not, I would really put in some salt and pepper, and not just regular oil because that's disgusting, but some olive oil, and fluff it in there. Don't add too much salt, because somehow the salt is more flavorable when there's in oil, when there's only oil, vegetable oil, and pepper. Just a little bit of salt, and then fluff it in that, and it's so delicious. Oh, and a little bit of garlic powder. Yummers! Oh my gosh. Okay, so what else I wanted to say? I also wanted to give you, I wrote down some notes here. Excuse me about that. I want to give you a reminder that, listen, again, so important. I really would like you guys to try to do this as a long-term goal, like a year-long goal session, because you really, in order to really, this is for the ones who really want a new lifestyle. Okay, look at, if you're as big as I am, or if you just had long-term, if your weight just fluctuates, up and down, whatever your case is, and you're having some serious weight issues, okay. The reason why that is because I kind of lost my train of thought, but it's because we were doing something that wasn't consistent and probably wasn't healthy for us, and we were having just really bad eating habits. You know the whole story, where we do so good for a few days, and we're doing this, we're having like all what we're supposed to be doing for our bodies, and then it gets to a point, and this is with anything. This is what I've learned. This is why I love the fact that I went through so many changes last year. Okay, which is, when you're trying to establish a major lifestyle change, it gets damn hard after like the first week. You're like, oh my god. If you're really, really dedicated, the first week is like, okay, like this is too much. And then after the second week, you're like, I'm done. But if it's more important to you, you keep pushing it. But it does. Reality starts dripping when you're dealing with a habit, a bad habit. Okay, reality is dripping in like an IV, drip, 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 and that scares the living crap out of you because it was your safety net, and you're slowly realizing that your safety net is dissipating, it's disappearing, and then you get scared. You like the ground is leaving from underneath your feet, and you're like, oh my god, what do I do? Like, because now you're gonna have to find a new habit. So let's make this a healthy habit, and this is what we're trying to instill within us, okay, is a new healthy habit. When you are stressed out or you're upset, don't grab for the donut. Don't go in the kitchen and eat your kids' yahoos, okay? Drink the yahoos and eat the yodels, what do you call them? This is a time to get to know yourself. Like, stop and think. So when you feel like you crave, like, I want, give me some chocolate. Stop and think. Stop yourself for a minute, like for real. Stop yourself for a minute and say, what's going on that I'm experiencing in my life right this minute that's making me want to grab for that chocolate? Because you know what? The truth of the matter is that wake up call. You don't want that chocolate, but you do want the comfort that it gives you. But once you feed your habit, it's not about your body, about your habit. Once you feed your habit, you're going to feel satisfied. It has nothing. It's not because you're hungry or anything like that. Or maybe it is, like you need to ask yourself, okay, am I hungry? No. Am I thirsty? Maybe a little bit. Why do you want this chocolate? I'm feeling like really stressed out with the kids right now, plus I had like a really hard day, and be real with yourself. Get to stop and get to know yourself. That's basically what you really have to love yourself, to stop and think and give yourself the time of day. Like, okay, let me have a glass of water. Or if not, then maybe I'll grab like something like a piece of chicken that's skinless, boneless, in the refrigerator from leftovers, and take a few bites of that. That tides you over, okay, to your next meal. Because I'm on the keto, so that would be what I'm grabbing for. For you guys, if you're not on the keto, you might say, well, let me just grab a piece of fruit. Okay, which I don't want to do because I have a really bad reaction to sugar. Sugar makes me bloat. It makes me, I don't do sugar. Not when I'm dieting. Okay, so the next thing I wanted to tell you guys is Post-its. I'm actually reading Post-its right now. These are my notes. Okay, so this is so important. Again, I think that making a major lifestyle change, it works out for all of us when we're feeling really good about ourselves, we're feeling really pretty, and if you don't have, I used to have people in my life that, hey, sexy mama, it makes me feel good, you know what I mean? But I'll give you a secret. When I say it to myself, it feels so much more better. I don't know, because I think that last year I developed a really strong relationship with myself, and I practiced. It took the whole year of me making these changes, okay? But I told myself, I am no longer going to lie to myself. I'm not going to allow no other people to lie to me, okay? So whatever I tell myself is going to be the God-honest truth. So if I tell myself that, oh, you looking really sexy today, Ramona, I believe it, and it puts a real big smile on my face, and it feels good. And even if it's like 10 seconds of feeling good, you know what? 10 seconds of feeling, making yourself feel good by saying loving things to yourself is going to expand for hours. Oh my God. You really don't know. You really don't know. When you sit down, throughout your day, if you're that person who, because I don't do this. Well, if you're that person who calls yourself like, ugh, I don't know what's going on with my hair today, you know, that like really like makes you feel like, you know. Or if you tell yourself like, jeans, I can't even breathe in these jeans, I'm so fat. It sinks in your head, and then you stop and think about after you say these things. Feel your body, like, you know, because if I were to say that to myself, which I used to, like oh my God, I'm so stupid, ugh. Stop and think about it, like, how does that just make me feel? Am I getting up, rushing to do happy things with my life? No, like when I say those kind of things, I stop and I'm like, yeah, that was kind of stupid. Or, yeah, I really am fat. These jeans are freaking uncomfortable. And I sit there with a whole whirlwind of different thoughts and emotions now that are really messed up. But why would you do that to yourself? Okay, so this is something else that you should learn. Like, don't feed yourself negative crap. You are what you think. You are what you feed yourself. Either thought-wise or food-wise or drink-wise. You become what you put in it. So put in healthy thoughts. So post it. So what I like to do, and it does make me happy, okay, when I see it. Now, even though I know that I'm putting these post-its up for myself, when I see them, like, randomly, I'll forget that I put it up on the, I don't know, the refrigerator, or I'll randomly forget that I had put it up on the mirror in the bathroom. And so when I see, like, post-its all around the house that say, hey, sexy mama, or looking good, sugar. See, it's making me smile. It makes me feel good. Make yourself feel good. Like, this doesn't have to be a job. It doesn't have to be a hard thing. You know what I mean? Make yourself feel good. Change the foundation to a more stable bedrock foundation that's not going to crumble, that's going to support you as you grow throughout this process, throughout this year of weight loss. Okay? So we're going to, I think that I said everything that I have to say. So I gave you my weights and stuff. So next week I'm going to give you my measurements again and see how much I've shrunk. And I'm going to try harder to stick with the keto. Okay, that's going to be so. Okay, so remember, feeding myself, you know, so I'm going to say to myself, it's going to be so easy. I know I can do it. I'm going to put up myself to the challenge. I'm going to knock this out of the ballpark, like, boom! Yeah. Okay, so you guys do this and do whatever it is that you promised yourself that you're going to do for yourself for this weight loss. And okay, so I'll see you next Thursday. And I just want to quickly let you know that if you see, this is my personal channel, okay? So if you see me doing other videos, it has nothing to do with the ketogenic diet, okay? So if you're only interested in the keto, Thursdays, that's it, on Thursdays. And I don't have a set time on Thursdays on when they'll upload. I do it when I have time to do it. Like I fit this in today. Okay, love you guys. Okay, bye.